Welcome to The Weird and the Weary. I'm Jason. With me is Kevin.
Hello, everybody.
And Lee.
How you doing this day?
Doing all right. How you guys doing? How's your week?
Swell.
Swell.
Outstanding.
Ooh. See, that's positive.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a lot of really long nights with work, but that's over now. So.
Okay. So that was kind of like beating you up a little bit, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I couldn't feel well rested.
No.
It's just stressing out.
Yeah.
It's like just feels like it's gonna keep popping up.
Right. Phone calls.
Yep.
And then pizza guy comes and you're like, what?
What do you want, pizza man?
Fucking pizza guy.
Pizza guy, I got problems. Can you fix them?
All right, then you start harping on the pizza guy. You start shoving. See, it just turns vicious. It can be vicious. It can happen.
Negativity can radiate.
Right. Like Ghostbusters, too, where they dip themselves in the negative ectoplasm.
Bustin'.
Goes busting all day. But they were angry. They started fighting, too.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that sucks. They had to work all weekend, all week, and over your allotted hours.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of like a big bully just pushing you. Work.
Yeah.
Work. You want money? You like money?
Yeah.
You like overtime?
Yeah, I'm a slut for money.
Fucking okay. Yeah, come here.
Yeah.
Punch.
Fin domed.
Shit just breaks.
Thank you. Can I have some more money?
Yeah, we got people like that in your neighborhood, and you might even be related to somebody like that. That's kind of like a bully in your family.
Dad.
Yeah, dad. Like, hey, pussy. Punches you in the stomach. You can't catch a football. Catch a punch in the bread basket.
Nice.
Is that what dads say? I don't know.
Well, my aunt was kind of a bully to me when I was a kid.
Did you punch you in the bread basket?
No, but she was like, all you do is eat, shit, and sleep.
Oh, well, I mean, you were a child, right? I mean, yeah.
I was like 12.
Yeah, that's pretty much all 12-year-olds do. And then you grow. You get a little hair.
You get all hairy.
Your voice changes. Hey, Auntie, what are you talking about?
Mine's pretty much the same.
Oh, it's just always been from birth, on. Yeah.
Nothing changed.
Wah!
Ma!
Hungry. You start bullying your mom to get food.
Yeah.
Pointing, grunting. Ah!
Throwing your bottle at the wall.
Wah!
Right near her head.
That's not fair. You don't do that to your mom, especially. When you're hungry. I guess when you're a little hangry baby, it's all right to be a bully. I don't know. I don't know if that's.
I don't know what the rules are for babies.
Yeah.
Well, you can't give them a Snickers yet.
But regardless of that, we do have people that have that mile-wide chip, so to speak, on their shoulder. They just want to start some shit all the time. I guess like my stepdad was kind of like that. He was the kind of guy that like, oh wow, it's a pretty nice day out, right? It's shitty and hot, The fuck's wrong with you? You're like, well, or something like that. I guess.
Sure.
That's just, hey, stepdad, how you doing? Fuck you.
I guess not. All right.
Okay.
It was wonderful until you fucking started talking to me.
Yeah, it's like, did you eat my sandwich meat? Like, whoa, what?
I'm a vegetarian, stepdad.
Okay, fuck you, like whatever. Or
You fucking fart breather.
Actually, if I was vegetarian for a while, and I never mentioned that to him because he'd probably call me like gay or something.
You're fruitier than a pebble.
Yeah, you like Pee Wee Herman? Oh, you're a faggot. Yeah, I'd be like, what? Mom, what's a faggot?
Ma.
It's a bunch of sticks or a cigarette.
Actually, I didn't really like him that much. So I was just like, hey, Dad called me a faggot because I like Pee Wee Herman. Yeah. I like Pee Wee Herman. Am I a faggot? Yeah.
Jason, stepdad, stop being a dick.
Come to the aid, when she could come help me,
right?
And help me out against the bully.
Condor calls for aid.
I mean, we're guilty of being bullies at times too, right? Like, you can kind of get impatient with someone.
Sure.
And, like office kind of pranks maybe go a little too far. You're pushing them to really kind of make their life miserable.
That's what I do. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, blind CC, stuff like that. I don't know. Right?
Yeah, I like to spice it up.
It's good. But I mean, sometimes there's a bully out there that's kind of legendary. I guess I don't know if that's the right term. Yeah. Infamous. That's pretty good. We got like people that will just walk by also and just kind of let their dog shit on your yard. You ever see that kind of person?
Yeah.
And they just leave it.
Yeah.
Like I had a guy who lived next to me, and his dog, he had a bigger dog. The fucker would run around all the time and shit all over.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, I took a picture of one of the shits because it was amazing. He shit on a snow, like we had, shoveled out snow, and there was like a little shelf of snow. Mm-hmm. Fucker like shit a log straight up on it. Like he walked over to it, started because I was out there having a smoke.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Took a picture of it. And
planting the flag.
Yeah, so
fucking shit tree.
I had a little terrier dog, and he got out. Mm-hmm. He would go make outside in the backyard, but he got out the front, and wasn't supposed to be out there. But this fucking guy comes to my door, knocks on the door, and in runs the terrier, and he has this bag, and he's like, "Your dog shit on my lawn," mm-hmm. and here. And I was like, what's that? Is that, don't tell me that's the bag of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, your dog shits all over my yard all the time. It's like, if you try to hand that to me, I'm going to make you eat probably most of it.
Fucking divine.
And he looked at me kind of like puzzled. I said, do you have anything else for me? And I closed the door. And apparently this guy like owned a bunch of the property around the area, so he thought he could just do that, like bring me some dog shit.
Oh, welcome to the neighborhood, fucker.
Yeah, really nice person.
Yeah, sounds like a real class act.
Yeah, but Ken McElroy, he wasn't the type to let he wouldn't just have his dog shit on your yard. He would burn your house down and cut your dog open and pull the shit out of it, and then throw it on the fire. And probably wear the dog as a hat around town. Just to show that, he did that. He could do it, I guess.
Sounds like a great guy.
Oh, he's a wonderful guy.
Fucking fantastic. Invite him over for dinner.
Guys, I'm not sure I agree with you, but all right.
You don't think he was a good time guy?
Not so far, but please continue. Tell me more.
Well, try to change his mind.
This bad news guy, his reign of terror spanned over like 21 years.
Oh, Debo.
And it was chaotic, man. Like he was all over the place doing a whole bunch of bad shit. And Ken Rex McElroy. So I guess when you got Rex in your name,
that's because he's the king.
Yeah, you got to be kind of ready to deal with anything, really. I guess
he the best, man. He did it.
He's the king. He's a mad dog. Rex is just a tough name. That's just a tough name.
That's what you name a dog.
It is
like a Rottweiler or a Doberman
or a dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
See, and yeah, he was born in 1934. Family of 16 children.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Migrant tenant farmers. They traveled around the South through the Ozarks and the Smoky Mountains, and until they finally settled up in Skidmore, Missouri. And the kids, they did work, and that was pretty much what they were all good for. Really, it was just doing work, and so the father was the farmer. The mother would take care of the kids, feed them and shit. Mm-hmm. And they would kind of just take care of themselves.
Sure. I mean, that many kids, jeez.
Right.
Got a fucking army.
Lose a couple, whatever. It's okay. We can get somebody for the next season.
Grow like corn.
But yeah, there wasn't much discipline either, though, So aside from like some beatings, probably from the dad, and maybe a reminder that brother 17 was hog food.
Oh, jeez, Bricktop.
Should have done his chores.
Who knows? Yeah, help mom with the dishes after you fucking eat. Come on, man. Come on, Rex. So he dropped out of school in 8th grade, and he took up the profession of hunting small game.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help feed the family a little. A couple squirrels.
Some rabbits.
He's really good at raccoon.
Ooh.
And raccoon, I guess, is... there's some skill. You need some dogs. You got to chase them up the tree and shoot them out of the fucking tree. Sounds really awesome, fun. I don't know. I had a coworker once explain the whole practice to me of treeing raccoons, and then
were they tough like Rex?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they weren't. They're actually they're pretty nice raccoon hunters, I guess, if you want to scare an animal up a tree and shoot it.
Yeah, they were humane. Very, very different people.
Right. And they only let the dogs maul them a little.
Right.
That was a reward.
Yeah.
Get a little taste. Get a little taste.
But, pelts, they weren't really that valuable in the 50s. Coonskin caps. I mean, Davy Crockett. Was that, or Daniel Boone? What was the show in the 50s? Do you remember? I'm not saying you're that old, but you probably saw like reruns.
What,
I don't know. I think it was
Train?
Daniel Boone. Daniel Boone.
Davy Crockett.
Davy Crockett. Coonskin cap, but.
Yeah, Daniel Boone too.
Skidmore's a small town. You can only sell so many coonskin caps to everyone, So McElroy decided to move on to bigger, better things. A little cattle rustling.
Ooh.
Hog and cows. It's just other larcenies, really. That was his thing. Larcenies. He liked to just steal and take and make sure that you didn't tell anyone. That was his thing.
Oh, was he the one that invented the finger across the neck?
I think he just did it all the time. It was just a nervous tick he had.
A little condition.
Right. So he was misunderstood maybe and just kind of like, you know what? I'm just going to act on this. I'm just going to go with this.
Well, if everyone's going to keep saying it, it might as well.
It's going to be an obvious sociopath.
Now, over his lifetime, Ken racked up 21 crimes.
Ooh.
Ranging from misdemeanor to felony.
Okay.
But he got off on all but one. That's pretty incredible to not get charged for 20 different crimes. That's amazing.
He knows a guy.
He also fathered 15 children, just following Dad's, seeding method.
Jeez.
Just one shy.
Right. He wasn't a farmer, but he liked to plow. That was his thing,
Hey-o.
He married 2 women, but he really liked young women. He liked teenagers, and he impregnated quite a few teenagers in his 20s and 30s. That's kind of fucked, man. But this guy was just a fucking dirtbag. And he would threaten people and make sure they didn't talk. That was his.
That's the bully game.
Oh yeah. His last wife Trina, he met her when she was 12, but he was a gentleman. He waited 2 years to get her pregnant.
Ooh.
Wow,
yeah.
That's classy.
Oh yeah, he really wanted to court this one, I guess.
I guess chivalry's not dead after all.
Oh man, well he is. But
spoilers.
Oh damn it. She was pregnant with one of their first children, or their first child, and they went on to have I think 3 others, and none of this would have happened in Branson, Missouri, right? I mean. That's where the fun is. I mean, Yakov Smirnoff wasn't there yet, but
Jesus.
Nobody would have let this shit happen in Branson, Missouri. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Now, July 27th, 1976, a Skidmore farmer named Romaine Henry, and I don't think he's related to lettuce. I don't know.
Maybe he's a lettuce farmer.
He could be a lettuce farmer. That would be amazing. I'm Romaine Henry from the Romaine. Well, I mean, first, it's a long story. I can't really.
Well,
we just got Romaine's Romaine right here.
let us look into it.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. Like Corn Pop. Joe Biden fought off Corn Pop. He could be like, Corn is their first name. They don't. Their surname is always different, like Japanese.
Oh.
No, it's Orville.
Ouch. That got a weird bow tie and everything. So, yeah, Romaine said McElroy shot him twice with a shotgun after he got challenged. After he challenged him for shooting weapons on his property. McElroy just would use his property as his shooting range and or poach if he wanted. Just kind of just took free reign of that. So he shot him twice with a shotgun.
So the guy's firing the guns on his property. He goes over and says, "You can't fire those guns."
You're right. Boom, boom. Now you ain't got no knees. Now he got charged with this. He got charged with assault with intent to kill because Romaine he leaved.
Let us live.
Wow. Episode 51, where like all the puns happened. That's the.
This is the one. This is Big Pun.
This is Big Pun.
Be back from the dead.
I think Rex called himself that too. Call me Big Pun. I'll punish you. So he got charged with assault with intent to kill, and McElroy just said it. I wasn't there. I didn't do anything.
Oh, the Shaggy defense.
Yeah, I did.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Oh, that was before Shaggy. That's wild.
Well, Shaggy, now we know plagiarism happened.
Oh, jeez.
Shaggy.
Statute of limitations.
No, I don't think he would have taken anything from McElroy, but...
He didn't register the trademark.
Yeah, McElroy, I wasn't there. Nope, didn't do it. And the case dragged on without a trial. And even 2 raccoon hunters testified there with McElroy the day of the shooting, away from Henry's property. So, yeah, Henry was forced to admit after being questioned by his longtime lawyer, McElroy's longtime lawyer, Richard Gene McFadden.
Old Dick McFadden.
Dick McFadden. Dick Mick. I like that. Dick Mick.
Mary Dickmas.
Romaine Henry. I love saying his name. I'm just going to say his full name from now on.
Sure.
Romaine Henry. He was forced to admit in court under questioning by McElroy's longtime attorney, Richard Gene McFadden. Old
Dick McFadden.
Dick McFadden. Dick Jeans.
Dick McFadden.
That he made him confess that he had concealed his own petty criminal conviction for more than 30 years prior. And, McElroy, he was acquitted. Because Romaine Henry had a prior.
Oh. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. We're not going to listen to you.
Maybe Missouri was just the place to really fucking tear shit up back in the 50s. I don't know, or the 70s rather. I mean, just I don't know. I wasn't there. Nope. Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna think about this.
This guy just shows up with bullet holes, and he's like, "Nah, you did it to yourself or something."
Yeah. But you have the same old shotgun as me.
Fucking lamb chops. I know he had mutton chops in his face.
Yeah, wow. I don't know. Or let's, old, Dick Gene Mick there is,
Old Tricky Dick.
Tricky Dick Jeans is, like a really good lawyer. I don't know. He must have been because he got him off 20 times.
Ooh.
Yeah.
DGM.
I'm not sure they call those lawyers.
Oh.
Maybe they just thought caterpillars had, like, eaten little holes in romaine.
Look at those green worms.
Now, during all this with Romaine, McElroy had, like, parked outside of his house about over 100 times. Sometimes he'd shoot the gun off, and sometimes he wouldn't, Sometimes he'd just kind of stalk around the property, making sure that he was seen, But, yeah, none of that mattered, just that 30-year prior conviction. And, I mean, McElroy, he was a bully. He was a king of bullies, really. And he beat all of his wives. He picked fights. He did really burn people's homes down. I wasn't just making shit up. I don't know if he cut somebody's dog open and pulled the shit out.
Right.
I mean, he probably would. I think he's that gruesome.
Sure.
But, yeah, Trina. Trina's family home got burned down because
Trina being his wife.
The 14-year-old wife.
Oh, classy.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
After she had enough of being abused by him, she took off and moved back with her family with some kids, and she had a doctor visit. She kind of spilled the beans to the doctor. Doctor reported this to social services because she's still underage. She's like 15 at this point.
Right.
And they were gonna arrest him, have him taken away for child molestation. Well, McElroy had followed her to the family home, and when he got there, he shot the dog because he got wind of this investigation against him. Mm-hmm. Shot the dog, burned the house down, and took Trina back home with him.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's got love written all over it.
Oh yeah. Real gentleman. And McElroy caught wind of a really dumb loophole in Missouri state law at the time that if he married Trina,
mm-hmm.
those conviction charges wouldn't stick because they're married.
It works retroactively?
Yeah, apparently.
It was just part of the courting, you see?
Yeah, and they I don't know, she must have sat on the toilet seat. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Someone was rubbing one out. Name on me. I'll take care of it.
Now, you got to have the consent of the parents. I don't think they're going to be really consensual. I mean, they just lost their dog, daughter, and house.
Yeah, that sounds like a trifecta of nopes.
Well, McElroy sat down with the parents and said he would burn the house down again if they decided to go against him. So they let him marry her. Yeah, they didn't want to be going through another round of arson and dog shooting. I don't know how many dogs they had. Maybe he shot the favorite one. I don't know.
Oh no.
Or maybe he'd supply the dog. Maybe he'd bring his own dog, shoot it, then burn the house down.
Just to teach him a lesson. Look at this dog.
Right.
Is it
like
cute?
This
Do
dog.
you love it?
Yeah, look at his ears. It's all cute. And...
His name is Rex.
So, Mom.
Love it.
But this was really the midterm of his path of violence.
Oh.
He went on to terrorize Skidmore and its residents with robberies, rapes. He was racking up about 3 or 4 felonies a year, according to old Dick McFadden. And
Merry Dickmas.
The town was terrified of his reputation, though. And they knew about his style of retaliation. So they never really testified against him. Nobody spoke up.
Yeah. Fuck.
They didn't want to get their houses burned down?
No. Why would... Or your dog shot?
Right.
Or your child taken? I mean, that's what he kind of did. He stole children.
Someone in your yard when you try to fucking rub one out in the window?
God
Right.
damn it.
You might shoot your dick off with his shotgun.
Get out of here, Rex.
You're ruining my fun.
I mean, it just seemed like he was allowed to do whatever the fuck he wanted in this town. He just walks into the grocery store, opens up a big tub of mayonnaise, starts eating it. They're like, oh, fucking Rex at it again.
Oh, jeez.
He's in a mood.
Drinking out the milk and then putting the container back.
Right, he needs to wash down the mayonnaise.
Where's your white bread?
Right, hard night of drinking, you get a mayonnaise sandwich in you with some milk. Yeah,
Good to go.
Good to go.
He's a growing young man.
Oh man, but it's funny how life can catch up with you when you really least expect it, right? And usually it's your kids, because in 1980, one of Ken's kids, one of the children he had with Trina, stole some candy from a local store that was run by Bo and Lois Bowenkamp.
Come here, you're stealing candy from my store?
And Bowenkamp. That's a great Bowenkamp.
Yeah, his name's Bobo.
Yeah, well, my name
Bobo.
is Bobo. That's what my lovely life tells me. Bobo.
It's my lovely wife, Lobo.
Lobo. Well, together we're Lobo. Ow!
Bobo Lobo.
And that's when
only wearing bolos.
That's when the kids stole the candy because that's what their act is. They start pretending they're wolves. No. Like the kids stole some candy. They got confronted, and there's an elderly couple. They're in their 70s at this point. Well, this got picked up by local news, and Lois said that it was just a little misunderstanding. And she even said she tried to make peace with McElroy. And that wasn't enough, man. This is blood. This is his blood. This is his little son. Took some candy. So what? I take candy there every day. I don't know what his accent was, but I'm just going to imagine that's what he sounds like.
Yeah, that's what Rex sounds like. I can confirm that.
I'll take candy every goddamn day from that bone camp, some bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck. I'm that's it. And, yeah.
I'm picturing, like, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, like a fatter, greasier Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
But
like, encouraging his kids to be assholes.
With mutton chops.
They've all got chops.
They've got chops, for sure.
Well, instead of resorting to just outright violence, Ken made a proposal to Lois.
He proposed to her?
Well,
they were already married.
Too old.
Oh, okay.
Ken says to Lois Bonecamp, I want you to fight Trina. Bare knuckle fist fight. And I'll even put up money for it, but this is how we'll repay your dishonor to me. He didn't really. I don't know if that's verbatim.
So his kid robbed these two old people.
Right.
And then in order to make up for it, his wife is going to fight the old lady.
Yes.
Power move.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
All right. Sure.
Rex, Ken McElroy can fight his own battles, but he married her young for a reason. He needs her in tip-top shape.
To fight off the female women.
Fight off the female
enemies.
The female women. That's what he would say. Mm-hmm. I need a trip top to be fighting off the female women. Like that Lois Bonecamp.
I'm a gentleman, and I will not hit a lady.
I will not hit a lady that I'm not having sex with.
Why are you saying female woman? Because it's different from female male.
Ken McElroy, 1979. So that of course that didn't happen because a 20-year-old's gonna fight a 70-year-old? Like what the fuck? Nope. So Ken would sit out the side of their home, his usual thing. He'd just kind of shoot a shotgun off, and just kind of warning them of his intentions.
Mm-hmm.
And in July 1980, he made good on his promise. Bo was out assisting a service repairman at his store. It was out in the loading area in the back of the store, and Ken drove up and shot Bo in the neck, point blank, with a shotgun.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, his name was Bo Bonecamp, and he passed away August 2nd, 1991, because he lived. He survived that.
Oh, nice.
And,
tough geezer.
This was it for the town of Skidmore, though. This was it. Like, Bo was like that old grocery store guy you see in the movies or on TV, the Pepperidge Farm motherfucker,
Mm-hmm. We remember.
Yeah, I had a still here earlier, but he looked like he had the hat, he had a crumpled hat, and he had overalls, and you'd get a good deal on corn from this fucking guy, like,
sure.
and he'd probably save you a little stash of the corn silk you like, and whatever they do in Missouri, I don't know. But
my wife made some barbecue ribs.
Yeah, I saved you a little. Yeah, here you go. Yeah. How's the weather today? He's that fucking guy. Like, you want to shoot him in the neck? No, man. That's not fair. That wasn't nice.
No.
That was the limit.
That's where we draw the line here in Missouri.
That's total poor etiquette right there.
You impregnate a whole bunch of teenagers? No. You take a 12-year-old. Nope, you took a 14-year-old. No.
But it was love.
Jerry Lee Lewis, motherfucker.
But you shoot Bo Bonecamp. And tough motherfucking guy, too. Good for him. I'm glad he survived.
Ugh.
He probably walked to the doctor.
He probably did. He probably was like pulling little birds.
Cursing the whole time. This fucking son of a bitch. I'm going to fucking get him killed.
Got my corn silk, just stitches, shut myself on the way.
They don't call me Bobo for nothing.
Like pulls out his, his dentures, using that as a
tweezers.
Tweezer. I'm gonna get to the hospital there, Bone.
Okay.
I'm a bone camp.
Shooting Bobo's a no-no.
So I'm imagining this is birdshot that he hit him with. I don't know. I didn't see anything like, buckshot would probably have tore its head off, or I don't know. Maybe, Bo just had
rock salt.
Oh, ouch. No, I don't think Rex played rock salt. I think he really liked to do some hurt.
Pellets.
Yeah, so the rest of the time that McElroy was around, the bone camps feared for their lives. They couldn't sleep at night. They had like people, they had their neighbors doing like alternating sleep shifts with them. Like Lois would sleep one night, the neighbor would sleep another night. It was fucking insane, man. Like,
well, that's cool that their neighbors would even do that, though, too.
Well, that's the kind of town Skidmore is. It's small, neighborly. This guy was just a fucking demonic blight upon it. Like, really, like, this is like the epitome of a demon. This is like what you would you would relate to, like a story about a demon terrorizing a town.
Mm-hmm. Or AIDS.
Or AIDS?
Yeah. He's walking AIDS.
Oh, my God.
Killing everything he touched.
Pretty much, man. He's just...
Seemed like he touched a lot, too.
So, yeah, McElroy did get convicted for this one.
Yeah, all right.
Released on bail, though, and was awaiting an appeal. A fucking appeal, man.
Thanks,
that still wasn't me.
I know. I didn't do it. I didn't shoot him.
Just like the other 20 cases, none of those were me.
I got 7 raccoon hunters this time. We were all together.
It's like a fucking boxing record, 20-1.
And Trina was there fighting all the wives, so we got 14 witnesses. But yeah, released on bail. Man, like, so violent, and he's allowed to like just walk the streets. This menace. The town just kind of took it upon themselves, and they started writing letters to the Missouri authorities, the governor, the attorney general, other state legislator. So all fell on deaf ears. Nobody cared. Nobody wanted to help them,
as is tradition.
And McElroy, as in tradition, was plotting his revenge against everybody that stood up against him.
You wrote letters to the people?
I don't know. He knew about that, but people actually testified at his hearings, like that they knew this guy was bad, and
this man's a menace, and he shouldn't be walking the streets of Skidmore.
I'm gonna finish that job. I'm gonna finish that job in that bone camp. I'm gonna take Trina. I'm gonna stuff her in a cannon, and I'm gonna shoot her at him.
See him survive that.
'Cause I don't hit old man. I don't punch an old man.
Nope.
Shoot an old man. I don't give a shit.
That's fine. I'm going to turn him into a bone camp.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
So, McElroy, he's out on bail, charged with a felony. He shows up one evening at the local D&G Tavern, the little watering hole in town, carrying an M1 rifle with a bayonet attached. And,
that's a violation.
That's a violation. But he was pretty much saying this is what he was going to do. He was going to just use this and some other stuff and take out whoever messed with him. And that, that's good old Ken. Good old Ken McElroy, just doing Ken.
Just doing Ken. Just Rex. He's the tough guy, so.
With his lawyer, DMG, for damage.
So he was eventually convicted, but it was in the court of appellate, so like it was still held up in that weird limbo kind of state.
Mm-hmm.
So he was still walking around. He was still in town causing shit. July 10th, 1981, though, the townspeople, they got together to see what they could do about Ken McElroy, about 40 people in town. and they went to the local Legion Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Not much is mentioned about what was said during the meeting, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't to like organize a self-esteem party, make him feel better about himself, get deep inside there, and then pull that out. And
he's really down on himself these days. What can we do for him, team?
If this was Iowa, it might have been like a big prayer meeting, and then like put corn inside of him or something.
Sure, thoughts and prayers.
Right. So, so close to the Legion Hall was the D&G, and McElroy and Trina were there, having a good old time, causing normal ruckus, and he had his trusty rifle with him, and his also trusty 6-pack of beer with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they hopped into McElroy's truck, and the town meeting was just getting out. People were seeing McElroy getting in his truck, and suddenly there's 2 shots rang out, and McElroy was dead, slumped over the wheel of his truck. And terrified Trina was screaming. Some people came and helped her out, and no one called an ambulance.
Uh-oh.
No one called an ambulance. Nobody did anything, actually.
There was much rejoicing.
Pretty much, yeah. I think there was a lot of rejoicing.
Did you hear something? I didn't hear anything. I thought it was a cat meowing.
Trina looks scared. We'll just go see if she's cool, and then I'm going to go home.
That's probably Rex just about to hit her. It's okay.
So about 40 people saw this happen, and it's estimated about like 60 people around the area, could have been witnesses also.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nobody did anything. Nobody called anyone, and eventually investigators came. They found 2 .22 casings on the ground, but
small caliber. It's surprising.
It's enough. It's enough. I believe one was in the head. The other one was in like the lung area.
Some Godfather shit.
And those bullets kind of bounce around inside. They move. They're such a small caliber. That's like the 22 special. That's why it's such a deadly gun, because it could kind of tear through your body instead of like a 9mm that could punch a hole through you. I don't know much about guns. I saw this on Cops. So that's what they said. They said the 22 special will fucking bounce around through you and rip you up.
Right, internally.
I don't know if the rifle's the same, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know anything about guns. But yeah, so they found these casings, and the FBI even came through, and they gathered no leads.
Oh, they finally showed up, huh?
Yeah. After a murder nobody talked about. Yeah.
Some X-Files shit.
Now, Trina said she knew who the killer was, but nobody corroborated with her. Nobody wanted to even deal with her. Why? Was it solved though? Was this ever solved? Not really. It wasn't really nothing to solve. I mean, the silence of the town, led to. There's a few suspects that never really panned out. There was 2 grand jury trials that led to nothing.
Didn't see nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, Stevie wondered his ass.
Trina eventually openly blamed a man named Del Clement, but he died in 2009. No confessions on his deathbed, but his grave is memorialized with it says "a good, brave man." And then there was Sheriff Estes, who was kind of new to the area, but was more outspoken about this kind of violent behavior. Or a state highway patrol officer named Richard Stratton, who was one of the only people in the area who stood up to McElroy. But we'll probably never know, because all the players in this bloody act, they're all dead now.
Huh?
Yeah, everybody's dead. Trina's dead. All these people are dead.
Right.
It's happened so long ago.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But was vigilantism the only recourse here, though? I mean, some people say that, going above the law, even in a case like that, was too much.
It makes you no better than the person you're attacking.
Right, because if you kind of think about it, McElroy might have been apprehended again, with this rifle, or somebody could have called the police, but is 21 years too much? I mean, it's kind of like what that clown movie, It, right? Like,
20-1, man. I mean, the town, it was a small town, close-knit. There was family. Their family was being attacked. And
put up with it for a while.
I mean, I can't necessarily make a comment either way, negative or positive, but
3 to 4 felonies a year, right? And this isn't like about 8 years before he died. Mm-hmm. So, like, all the shit he got away with without even being apprehended ever is just probably mind-blowing.
Well, no, that's why they're including the 3 to 4, because the other ones is just what you said, what he got caught for.
Right.
Which is insane.
I would just want to shoot him for, like, trying to court a 12-year-old. That's what I would shoot him for.
No, because the mutton chops, that's why I do it. No.
That was just love.
He did have some fucking gnarly mutton chops. Man, just looked like a bad dude. He was a bad dude. He was a really awful dude.
Yeah. Kind of sounds like the worst.
Yeah, and the town helped itself. They got together and they helped each other.
Ooh.
He was portrayed by Brian Dennehy in the TV movie.
Brian Dennehy? Brian from Cocoon?
Yeah, Brian Dennehy.
From FX?
Yeah.
Was he in that? He was in FX, right?
Yeah, he was Homeboy's friend. Didn't he, like, turn on him?
2. In FX 2 he did.
He turned on him.
My mom was upset because she had a crush on Brian
Dennehy. He's not Matthew. It's just Brian.
Hi, I'm Matthew McConaughey.
I'm Matthew Bryan. Matt Bryan Kahanahay.
All right, see, now I'm not going to be able to speak the rest of this episode. I'm thinking of those words together. Everything's jumbling. Well, like I was saying earlier, though, we got people that they try to help too much, too. The town banded together to kill McElroy.
Allegedly.
Somebody killed him. It's like, who shot Ken? No, wait, who shot JR? I don't know. Wasn't that? It was Dallas, right?
God, that was Dallas.
That was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Fun. A lot of shooting in the 80s.
Who shot JR?
I think it was Debbie. Debbie did Dallas. But there's people out there that'll try to help others to the point of compulsion, not to the point of murder. This was more a vigilante act, but there's people that will just go out of their way, even to the point of excruciation, where they're like, oh man, I'm doing all this for you. You never do anything back, and then you're like, I didn't ask you to do all this stuff. Right.
I don't need any aggressive assistance.
Right. And this Vice article I was reading, they mentioned a woman who had a friend who became a junkie and started helping her out, and this compassionate act, turned into more of overhelping everybody in her daily life. Started bleeding into her work and other things, just social stuff, essentially just cutting meat for people,
right.
and that kind of...
From compassion to compulsion.
I'm going to chew it and spit it in your mouth now.
Baby bird me.
Yeah, baby bird. I mean, it could be a detriment, some people just go out of their way and make it seem like you're unappreciative when there's really, I don't know. Maybe I'm not explaining it right. Okay, for instance, recently we had in the media, we had Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin. Mm-hmm. They both paid Ivy League schools to get their kids in it, and their defenses are, I was just thinking the best for my kids.
Well, they didn't pay the schools. They paid tutors to cheat for them.
Whatever. I don't care. They paid.
Oh, the schools weren't getting the money. They were getting the money
Didn't Felicity Huffman also donate? Yes. Yeah, and so did fucking, what's his name?
They were going to do that anyway.
Jay-Z, too. Jay-Z did it, too, and he's talking shit about that, and then he's like, oh, wait, I donated to NYU.
Oh, that's right. I remember reading about that.
Yeah, so, like, fuck that, man. Like, they paid their way into the fucking school.
Nah, they're just really kind-hearted.
Yeah. I have a lot of money, and I love the school that I never alumned at. And
I'm very passionate about.
Yeah.
What school is this?
What is this? Yeah. Whatever my kid likes. So, but their defense is, I was only thinking the best for my kid. You know, and like, so your best foot forward is to pay off an institution of learning that your kid may or may not deserve to go to. I don't know these kids, you know. I don't know how intelligent or not they are, but
They could be like sloth.
I know one of the girls, I think Lori Laughlin's kid, had like a huge Instagram following, and I don't know if it made it better or worse, but it probably made it worse for a little bit because that was a big sensationalist story.
Sure.
Or no such thing as bad publicity.
Maybe,
Yeah,
but
who knows?
she's not going to the college there anymore.
Nope.
You know, so that you know that I'm trying to do the best for my kid shit. That's just kind of, you know, that ruined their lives. Felicity Huffman got 14 years.
14 days.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. She should have got 14 years. No, I'm not kidding, man, because we got like Tanya McDowell got 5 fucking years in prison for falsifying an address to get her kid in a better school.
So John Legend was like, you know, people shouldn't be upset. She got 14 days. He's like, you know what, that's adequate. You know, he wants to see crimes like that lowered down to like the same thing. Of like,
Yeah, I like to see Tanya McDowell freed. Time served. Like, fuck, man. 14 days, 2 weeks in prison. Whereas, or is it prison or is it jail? Is it like in Calabasas?
It's
house
light
arrest.
shit. Yeah,
She can't find her way out of the house.
some
It's
community
big.
service shit. Oh, she doesn't know how to get out. She
No.
needs Google Maps.
Okay, Google.
But like Tanya McDowell is just trying to help her kid. Got 5 years in prison for it. You know, like it's shit like that, man. Or it's like
For doing what exactly?
she falsified the address where, you know, for her son so he could be put in like a better school district.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's a crime. And
Just trying to educate your child, get him a better chance.
yeah, it's fucked, man. You know, but when you pay off an Ivy League institution, you know, and it's got 14 days, I you know, this might like inspire William H. Macy to do another Shameless season. Suck my dick. God damn it, man. That just pisses me off. Really, it does.
Fiona, please, just give me the fucking money.
I know, right? Why did you pay the Ivy League college? Yeah. Is that what he
You
said?
know, it's the institution of a bunch of rich white guys.
Felicity. She might get some felicity. I don't know. I don't think it's like one of those prisons. I think it's like a really kind of a minimum. Maybe there's. I think there's like I don't know. It's probably I don't know if it's real or not, but I heard there's like you know, spa.
They only have basic cable here.
Yeah. See, that's the prison. It's like what? Are you kidding? 1 through 32. That's it. I've never even watched those. I need E.
How do I fast forward through the commercials?
How am I going to keep up with the Kardashians?
What's this big box? Where's the flat screen?
Like my grandma was like that though. Like she was like a fucking, you know, you gotta eat. You look hungry, you gotta eat. And of course, as like an 11-year-old, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll eat those Doritos and
Hell
those
yeah.
donuts and
Yep.
those fucking whatever that shit is, you know, like just feed my ass.
Give me that pocketbook of candy, Grandma.
Come back from summer vacation and I'm a 130-pound 11-year-old. The fuck?
Shopping in Husky.
She's helping.
Helping. Yeah, she'd come out and, you know, every time my mom had a kid, she had a lot of them. Not 15, not McElroy,
Oh, jeez.
but
She
yeah.
got rookie numbers.
I got 3 brothers. That's a lot of fucking kids, man.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, it's just a lot of kids.
Right.
But she came out for every birth, and she would just like help so much. She would like go through my books and tear them all up, and like the Black Cauldron, Satan.
She helped your soul.
What is this? This is the Three Musketeers. D'Artagnan is Satan. Shh. You know, like, yeah, that was my grandma. I'm helping you. Here's the Bible. Here's a King James.
She gave you
Picture
Three
Bible.
Musketeers candy bar to make up for it, though.
And I don't even like them.
I
They're gross.
hate Three
Yeah.
Musketeers.
Oh.
I always wanted to try
It's like
the
a fake
original.
Snickers.
Like the original was Neapolitan candy. It was the strawberry vanilla chocolate.
Oh, okay.
Those
That makes
three-
more sense.
Yeah, and then they stopped doing that. I don't know why.
Because 3 chocolates. The end.
Well, Dumas was a black guy. So I
What'd
guess-
you just call me?
Whoa! Settle down.
Alexander Dumas, the writer of the Three Musketeers. What was it? It was Four Musketeers.
I think that was a shitty movie.
That was the sequel.
Oh,
I know there's a bunch of Musketeers tales, right? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I don't want to sound like an idiot because I only read the Three Musketeers before my grandmother ripped it up.
I only got up to a certain page, all right?
What's that guy? It's D and an apostrophe and
D'Artagnan,
D'Artagnan. And then was it 2 other
Then-
people?
Colgate, and Pepsi.
Sprite and Ajax.
No, that was the Fourth Musketeer, you idiot. Read the classics, man, you dumbass.
Oh, sorry,
It's
Comet.
like the weird thing when the Ninja Turtles got the 5th turtle.
Wait, no, that wasn't that the robot one? I don't know, man.
They got like a girl at some
Oh
point.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. I remember my little brother had that shit. Yeah, there was a girl. Ninja Turtle. I don't know, man. I'm glad Ken McElroy is dead, and I don't really celebrate deaths too much, you know, because like if that guy was still around, he'd probably be dead anyway.
Nice.
But
Butt cancer.
But at least we cut him off at 21 felonies or whatever.
20 and 1. It was 20
and 1. Pretty good.
Only
Yeah.
lost 1.
that's a good record. That's a good record for a fucking felon, you know. It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go home and I'm not gonna help anyone.
Nice. Good.
Ever again. I'm not
Ever.
holding the doors for anyone. I'm just going to say sorry.
I'm closing the doors.
I'm just gonna say,
Lock it.
walk in the door and be like, "What? No, you carry it.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't. Mm-mm. And that's my dog. Like my dog just brings shit to me sometimes.
Sure.
You know. So, like, no, I'm not taking it. I'm not petting you.
Where'd you get this gun from?
Oh, bad dog.
Ooh.
Rex. That's one of my dogs, Rex. Now it is.
Nice.
Come here, Rex girl.
Oedipus.
Whoa. That's a different episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope.
I think that's a little.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah.
Have your parents left the room, kids?
We're going to read from chapter 13 of Lady Chatterley's Lover. Let me help you with that. No, I'm just...
Ooh. Sounded like the lusty Argonian maiden here.
Hey, I didn't finish all those yet, so don't spoil it.
Oh.
I still got like 3 or 4 more
Oh.
words to read. I think.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause it's like, what, 2 paragraphs?
Something like that.
What you said? Was it Avalon? Miss Avalon or something?
The mist of the lusty Argonian maid. The lizard maid.
Ooh. She wants to polish his spear.
Get my pan flute. I'm feeling inspired.
So be good to yourselves. Be good to everyone. Catch us online, www.weirdandweary.com, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. YouTube is a very big search engine. It's the second largest search engine next to Google. I just learned that the other day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I just use Google to search it for me.
See, so you like type Google in the Google search engine
I
box?
type it into the Bing box.
Nice. See, there you go. You're outside of the Bing box, dude. But you could search us on one of those Bing boxes, too. We'll show up.
On the bottom thing.
I'm Jason.
I'm Kevin.
I'm not helping you in any way. I'm not... Well, actually, I need help, like, dismantling. Or you just...
I'll help you burn it down.
Oh! Okay, stay away from my dog.
That's the fastest way to dismantle things.
I'm going to tear your soul.
Are you bullying my soul?
No.
That's not cool, man.
These are new shoes, man. Leave my soles alone.
Yeah, man.
Oh, soul man.
I'm gonna walk.
JKL Media.
Jekyll.